Hey, I'm Walker. This is Dance Walker Tarot. This will be a Scorpio reading. I think this is a collective Scorpio reading, so kind of general, but there might be a few random specific messages thrown in there. This is so beautiful, Scorpio. I don't know if this has ever happened before. This came up as a pair. Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine popped out here with all this beautiful, new, fresh energy that is just waiting for you. But this might be a week of just stillness, meditation, prayer. But we'll get to that in a second. I feel like I need to address something, or something's bugging you about, God, I don't know how else to say this, but you have some haters around you, or it could even be in your I don't know. For one of you, maybe not for everybody, but somebody said something rude about you, or they said that you weren't cute, or you weren't beautiful, or like, I don't know, if you're in a group of good looking people at a party or something, you overhear maybe somebody say, oh, they're not even that good looking, or I don't know, something like that, but it really bothered you. Or someone literally said that to you, like something about how you should get off your high horse, or that you're not so. Fuck that. Fuck them. They're a hater. They're jealous. You are beautiful. You are stunning. God was in a good mood when they made you. Okay? Your smile is from the heavens itself. Okay, for some of you, you needed to hear that. Or be reminded of that. Okay, you're beautiful, you're gorgeous, you're stunning, you're lovely. You're all those things. And for someone, it might have been someone in your family, like an older uncle or something, or auntie. And they're like, oh, well, maybe they're good looking when they're young, but let's see when they're old, or something like that. No, you're still going to be beautiful when you're old. If you're 87 years old and in the old folks' home, you're still going to be breaking hearts. Okay. So let's get that out of the way. Don't compare yourself to anybody else. Don't compare your beauty to anyone else. Don't compare your smile to anyone else. Okay, everyone is beautiful when they smile. Everyone. But you're especially beautiful when you smile. So there's something about you looking around you and saying, maybe I'm not so, maybe you are in a very, I don't know how to put this without coming off as insulting, but maybe you are in a position where you have to be kind of plastic, or you have to be up on the fashion, you have to look like a model in the magazine or something, or you feel like you do. You're doing all right. Like, people look at you and then compare themselves to you. So don't worry about that. You are beautiful. If you are in a family and they're talking smack on you, it's because they're jealous. Okay? You take care of yourself. You know, you're not just born with beautiful genetics, you also take care of your body and you know how to do it. This song is on called Psycho. Shout out to Red Velvet. But it's like you might have kind of let your broken heart get the best of you for a minute, but this is kind of a period of calm. If you have any Libra in your chart, check out the Libra video I just did. It was so much about, it was very that. It was very like you're kind of winding down from a wild period. So if that sounds familiar, I think this is more about your love life here, though. And if you haven't met the one, you're about to. But I feel like I just needed to address some of the things that you're feeling self-conscious about. And it stems from overhearing haters that are saying things that are not true about you. For one of you, it's like you may be the youngest in the family and people are being disrespectful to you because you are maybe really super fun and you know how to have a good time, or you're always laughing, or you put on the brave face and you kind of make it seem like you're always having fun, or life is just, row your boat gently down the stream, life is but a dream, and you're just having fun and you don't care, but you care so very much that you just don't let it show when they hurt you. But for some of you, you are deeply hurt inside. Maybe there was a traumatic thing that happened and your family doesn't know about it, and maybe you're the butt of the joke, or it's people feel very comfortable with talking down on you, maybe because you're the youngest. And if so, you need to nip that in the bud, and this week just move away from it, but plan on saying out loud, like, that's not okay. And maybe I'm going through a really hard time right now that you don't know about. You don't have to explain anything that you don't want to explain, but it's kind of important to say that that's not okay. Like if your group of friends has made you the one that like they joke about, or maybe you literally just are the youngest and you need to say, I'm feeling like I can't handle this kind of joking right now if it's not so serious. Okay, but if you're feeling pain, you can't be talked to in any kind of way. Like, people need to just kind of be careful with you right now and be delicate with you. And if you need to say that out loud, say it out loud. And if that's just yourself, be delicate with yourself. But you don't exist to be criticized. You were not born for other people to criticize you. Don't criticize yourself either, and don't compare yourself to anyone else. Okay? So, I want to talk about a possible divine connection here that's about to come in for you. Okay, so the surprise in life, the plot twist, is maybe you thought that you had your great love and that's you nursing a broken heart from that. But there's something even more beautiful and perfect out there for you. Like really a truly divine counterpart. The yin to your yang, it's a balance. Okay, so if that's the situation, the challenge here is letting down the walls that you've built up. You've had to be a warrior. How? It's like, this is what not to do. And it talks about like going hard and yelling and forcing people to see your opinions, having walls up made of steel. You are Fort Mason, you are Fort Knox, no one's getting in. You don't want anyone to sense any fear from you. You are completely fearless. That's not going to be very helpful right now. That's not going to be helpful right now. Okay. No comparing yourself to anyone else. And allow yourself, if you need to be alone, that's okay. But don't see everything around you as an adversary right now, okay? Allow yourself to feel your feelings. If you have to be alone, be alone. Divine Masculine asks you to be here now. Be here now. What does that mean? You've done enough planning. You've done enough working. And with this, next to that, you have everything you need to manifest everything you've ever wanted, including the proper partner. And I didn't say the perfect partner, I said the proper partner. I don't know what that means, but that's for somebody. You will be in harmony this week if you stay quiet, be still, meditate. All of this is about peace, stillness, and balance. Remove distractions completely. If that needs to be your homework assignment after this, get a piece of paper and write down 5 of the biggest distractions in your life from your divine inspiration and divine creation. Or what's blocking you from this divine union from coming in that maybe you don't even know exists at this point, because I feel a lot of you are nursing a broken heart. Maybe you lost your divine partner and you don't want to hear that there might be someone else for you that brings you happiness. You don't want to hear that, and that's okay. But this is all about divine stillness, not just stillness, divine stillness. So meditation, prayer, remain still. Don't be bouncing all over to distract yourself. Okay, you're a painter of galaxies. Be open to divine ideas and inspiration. You are not inadequate in any way. And if there's anyone around you, including family, including like with friends like that, who needs enemies? You know, if they're trying to make you feel less than the beautiful, wonderful creator that you are, they can kick rocks. You are a painter of galaxies. You are a legend. Okay, for some of you, you're like, there are legends about you in past lives. You're a legend. You're a warrior, but you don't need to prove that to anyone. It's time for those walls to come down a little bit. And if you did go through something traumatic and you aren't going to be able to be honest with the people around you, get support somehow. You need someone who's completely unbiased to give you support, to support you. So get that support. If you need to make a list of, I don't know, therapists, or there are numbers state by state where you can just call and talk to someone if you need to get started with expressing yourself to someone who, like I said, doesn't want something from you, I guess, is maybe how you see things right now. Like, you've had to be closed off because of the haters, but you need to be open to fulfilling your own divine desire for union. But you do have everything you need to make that happen, okay? It's like maybe that the other relationship was very passionate but full of drama. You're going to be open to a peaceful union. And if that's just with yourself, that's it. You're going to choose peace. Okay, but Tasha Van Ree's deck here, she says in the book, it's so great. She says no matter how you identify, like as a man or a woman, or feminine or masculine, no matter how you or we identify as people, okay, this exists as a sacred polarity. It's responsible for the totality of existence. The divine feminine, divine masculine. So, as that within you, this is about being a divine creator, but you need that peace first. Remove distractions without guilt or shame. Dang, Red Velvet again. Feel my rhythm. I'll put a link for this song in the description. It's so great. But it's harmonies. The harmonies are just mwah. Thank you, SM. But what if there's a vast universe of healing for you? What if? And if it's not in another person, it's in a place. It's in where your ancestors came from. Oh. Ooh. And if you're a Scorpio moon, if you're not a Scorpio sun and you're a Scorpio moon, you need privacy. Like in general, like in life. But right now, you really need your privacy. So no guilt or no shame if you are providing that safety net of privacy for yourself right now. You know, you need an intense soul bond. You also need sexual chemistry, of course, but being a part of a dynamic duo is really important for you. So if you don't have that in your life, you might feel out of balance. So be open to a possible union that is completely healing for you. Just be open to it. Okay? Might feel really good. If that's not it, there is an intense longing for you when you don't understand like why you're acting out in life, kind of, especially if you have Libra in your chart. Oh my god, I just watched this movie that was it was really good. It was the most Irish thing I've ever seen. It was called The Secret of Ron-Anish. It's an old legend of Selkies, which an Irish legend of Selkie was like a half human, half animal kind of seal. It was a seal, like almost a mermaidy, like a seal in the water, but on land she could turn into a human. And she and she fell in love with the man, and they had babies. And one day, whatever, I'll put a link to that movie and to the legend. And I don't want to ruin it if you haven't seen it, but very vaguely, it's about how some of us are born and we are so connected to the earth. We are in part like part fairy, part elemental, part dragon, part earth dragon. And we're connected to those elementals of where we're from, of our ancestors, of the trees, of the rocks, of the earth itself. There's something wild about you. Or this is a child that you're dealing with and they're very wild and you don't know what to do with them, and this is about them, okay, and you're a parent. They're closer to the elementals maybe than you, and they need to be home if this is a child, and if not, this is you. You kind of need to be home. You need to be in nature, where you're from. And if you need to, trace back, like I feel like 10 generations ago maybe. But in that movie, it was like one of the children got taken by the sea because the family had moved away from the island that they were from. It was like kind of a secret island that some people, some of the people couldn't even really see it. It's almost like the island itself was a legend to the people that had moved to the city. But this family had kind of moved away from the island and was even being pressed more to move into the city, away from the coast, away from the ocean, away from the island where they were from. And one of the children had been swept out to sea by the sea and then saved by the seals and kind of secretly lived on this island. And they discovered that this missing child was kind of still alive, but he was running away from them. He wouldn't let them call to him. Their child, this baby, he was wild, and they knew he was wild because there was a genetic difference. In their family, they called him a dark one. They had dark hair amongst the redheads, the light heads. And so they knew that there was something different, something wild, and something magical about the family that would come out every once in a while. So maybe that's you in your family, and your family doesn't understand you. And maybe it's okay for them to live in the city or immigrate or be away from the elementals where you were kind of birthed from. We're millions of years in the making. Our consciousness didn't just spring forth magically. Billions of years in the making, our consciousness and our bodies millions. And for maybe you, it's like in the movie, until they kind of moved back to the island, that's when the baby came back to them. That's when the wild magical child decided to be able to rejoin the family, and there was union and there was joy and there was peace in the family, but they had to go back. So there was almost like this magical earth protection over the child that was wild, and he would never have been okay, so much so that he wasn't even allowed to join the family until they rejoined their ancestors, the elementals. Okay, so if you're from one of the cultures that was taken from your land and you don't really have a paper trail, it's in your heart, it's in your soul, it's in your dreams. Pay attention to your dreams. Maybe that land is calling you back and you might not be okay until you're able to be there again. Or maybe there's a lost child. Maybe from a past life that you've always longed for, and they won't be able to rejoin you even in spirit until you rejoin the place that you are from, the place that you're supposed to be from. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe you're, in the middle of the desert and you're a water baby, if it's not so serious and you need to move back to the water, you need to be there. Like, you can't exist in the desert and be okay, and you can't expect yourself to. Or if you're a desert child or a mountain child and you are in the plains or on the ocean, and some people don't like the beach. They don't like it, and they'll never be okay there. It's like trying to fight against who you are. You need to be in balance, to be here now, to be that creator, to be that magic, to bring that magic back into your own life. It's like maybe someone can't provide that for you. But what if there is a vast universe of healing for you here on this earth, and you just have to find it? Be open. We all have fractured consciousness at this point. If you're in modern society, we have a fractured consciousness. We all have post-traumatic stress disorder, all of us. And maybe that's the point. And maybe the point is to walk away from it. And maybe you might not ever be okay until you do. The secret of Rowan and Ish. You're millions of years in the making. Honor that. Connect with it. And there's a true love waiting for you. But you can't be in fight mode. You can't be in Dragon Slayer mode. And you're not going to be able to impress this person with status, fame, money, or any of those things. At its core, it's peaceful, divine, it's fun, it's friends, it's childlike wonder. But you have to believe that it's out there for you somewhere. You can't buy it. And you can't you can't track it down, you can't read it in a book. This is outside of intellect. This is at the core of your soul. You are beautiful. You are special. You are gifted. Don't let anybody else's jealousy get in the way of you knowing that and seeing that clearly. This is not you being on a high horse or narcissistic. This is you understanding that people will tear you down because of their own insecurities. Don't let that happen. No matter how you identify, you have a beautiful balance inside of you. And there's a connection to where you're from. That might be a missing puzzle piece to you. And there might be another missing puzzle piece in your life, but you have to be open to a new love or a new connection. If not now, in the future. So get clear about what distractions are keeping you from peace and quiet right now. You need your privacy right now. Be still. Be still. This is outside of kind of time and space. Who and what you are. You're a legend. Never forget that. You inspire the world. So we need you to be beautiful, and we need you to be powerful and self-confident. Okay? Like, you walk to the beat of a different drum, and people can, get out of your way if they don't like it, period. You're the boss. You're the boss. Remain still. Your answers will come from within. So if you don't know what to do or where to go next with your life, it's time to be still. It's time to not do anything. Don't make any choices. Don't force yourself to make any choices. Don't try to be a people pleaser. Just be still. Just be still. You have everything you need. You are enough and you have enough. All right, I'm going to leave it there. Scorpio, I love you. I'm proud of you. This is just a general message, so I'm not going to get too into it. But if someone hasn't told you lately, I'm proud of you. You're beautiful. You're a legend. Don't stop. Baby, don't stop. It's your world, Scorpio. We're just living in it. God was having a good day when they made you, so remember how beautiful and powerful you are, and never forget. All right, love you guys. See you for the next one. Bye-bye.